This is my 6-week training program, and in this presentation I am going to be talking about. I've made a 6-week exercise training program for two contrasting clients who both have different goals, and these will be linked in with the program. So this training program is this first one is client 1, and this is based on a 48-year-old female client who works full time. She leads a busy lifestyle with 2 children, a husband and a 1-year-old dog who is still young and playful. Although she is walking him every morning before work, it's generally not enough as he doesn't burn off all the energy. So this program is designed to help her achieve these set targets. So just a quick scan. Basically her overall goals were to achieve weight loss, to increase her aerobic endurance, and to basically maintain her healthy lifestyle. The only barriers would be time and money, as gym is expensive, and she didn't have any heart problems. She only has a thyroid problem, but in this case it doesn't affect her, so it doesn't affect her breathing or anything. So it's just mainly that, and she has occasional back pain, but it doesn't affect her exercise. And she works full time, as I said before, so this means that she can't exercise during the day, so she'd either have to exercise in the evening or very early in the morning or on the weekend. So for week 1, I've put in rest days for Thursday and Sunday, as Sunday she's normally at the hospital visiting family, and on a Thursday she has to drop off her son to his football, so she generally cannot exercise during that time. But for the first day, it's going to be jumping jacks, side lunges, 24 reps on each leg, line hops, which 2 minutes, tipsy bridge and life, 24 reps, bicep arm curls, and fast feet. This is just to get the metabolic rate going and to increase, so it's increasing the metabolic rate and to burn fat. And I chose this because because it's the first week. She's quite a beginner, so it's the kind of an easy task to kind of do. Anyone can do it. So her targets was to complete the first round of the core activity. So this is just that's just once through the activities, which is fairly simple to do. The next day is the Tuesday, and she can do it whenever she likes, as in during the day. But I've included some anaerobic exercises such as burpees, which are more explosive, so they're high intensity, so they burn fat quicker, which is part of her. In order for her to lose weight, her fat needs to be burnt, and it needs to be, if she wants it to be turned to muscle. There's some toning activities later on in the weeks as well. So I've chosen burpees and lunges, and mountain climbers to get the stomach muscles working and burning the fat in that general area. So on Wednesday there's also high intensity sprints, which scientifically proven if you sprint for a high intensity period but a short amount of time, it burns fat quicker as well. So that's another fat burning exercise. And in order for her weight loss program, this will just keep the fat burning. For Thursday it's a rest day because she's just done a high intensity workout for 2 days, so she possibly could be sore and have DOMS. So as it's because she's a beginner and her muscles haven't quite adjusted to the new program yet, so I've given her a rest day on Thursday as she's busy anyway. On the Friday it is then going into some ab workouts. which is just also burns the fat on the stomach. Then Saturday we have more high intensity sprints because this is more cardio as well, so it's also burning the fat. And her target is to complete 3 rounds without stopping, and 30 seconds is quite a long, short period of time, but when you're doing high intensity it's quite a while. So I've only done 3 rounds because she is quite new to this, so she might not be aerobically fit as other people, such as a sportsman or an athlete. So she works full time. So these are only 30 seconds short bursts, which is not a lot, and it's only 30 minutes maximum. So she can do this anywhere. She can do this at home. She can do this when she's out on a jog, or she can go to the gym if she prefers. So it's quite an easy first week, but it will gradually get harder. And on Sunday also she has a rest day because that's when her son's football is, and she's got other commitments like family visits to hospitals. The second week I've chosen a HIIT workout because this burns fat as well, and this was part of her, obviously this is part of her targets. And then on the Tuesday it's another run, and also on the Wednesday is another HIIT workout. Potentially I probably would change the arrangement of that week, because if you're doing a HIIT workout and then a run the next day and then another HIIT workout, it could put probably pressure on her muscles. So this is one of the activities that I would change, because her muscles are going to be quite fatigued after 3 days of full cardio. So I would probably change the run with the swim, as this instead of the swim, it after a HIIT workout it puts less pressure. The body weight of the water takes the body weight of the person, of the individual, so the muscles have less pressure put on them, so it's more of a conditioning exercise. And then I'd have the run on the Friday after the ab exercises, because the abs are mainly obviously toning the stomach and burning fat off the stomach, so it's going to be, they might be a bit sore, but because she's running, her legs wouldn't have done any more exercise, so her legs won't be as sore. And that was week 2. Week 3 it gets a little bit harder because it also does it has increased exercises. So on the Monday we've got jumping jacks, which is also scientifically proven, because this is all high intensity stuff. It burns the fat quicker, so she has to be able to complete both rounds of activity to a high intensity. And if she can't do the bicep curls because her arms aren't strong enough yet, she could just do some squats but lift herself up with her arms, so it's not a weight as such, it's just less strain on her arms. So she would hold a bar and pull herself up, but using her legs as well, so there's less pressure on her arms, but it will just gradually build up over time. I decided to do the PNF stretches on the Monday because the PNF stretches itself are a workout, so it's obviously quite pressurizing on the muscles, which means that they will be sore and you shouldn't do it continuously. So I've just decided to do it on a Monday so it gets it out of the way for the week. And on the Wednesday it's also swimming, so it's obviously less pressure, because after her HIIT workout I've tried to put the swimming or the less intense exercises after the HIIT workout or cardio, because I feel that it'd be just nice to have a like a relaxing kind of exercise like swimming, just swimming lengths up and down, and maybe doing a bit of interval training with the swim, but it won't be anything too major, just because of her lifestyle and her occasional back problems. I feel that if after 2 HIIT workouts, it could potentially bring back some bad habits and like soreness in her back. So I've done the swim, so it just gives her her body to resynthesize in her muscles. And then obviously the Thursday is the rest day, and Friday I've added some squats to tone her legs, and on the Saturday we've got some fartlek training to improve her aerobic endurance, but it's also burning the fat, so it's improving 2 of her goals, helping achieve 2 of her goals at the same time. But for that I've just included a light jog at low intensity because we don't want to be too fatigued by the time we come to the fartlek training. Otherwise we just won't be able to achieve this, and we'll just be too tired to actually do the physical core activity. So the light intensity jog will just get our blood pumping around the body and avoid injury and put less strain on the muscles. But she has to complete 3 rounds of fartlek training because we are into week 3 now, and she should be developing some improvements. On the Monday as well, we've got some dumbbell squats and press lightweight. So this is mainly glute exercises and leg exercises again. And on the Tuesday, we have to be able to get up the heart rate to at least 120 beats per minute, but the heart rate is 140 because we are in the fitness area zone. And this is interval training again, but this is on the bike ride. So 3 minutes on, 3 minutes rest, and you have to repeat this 3 times. Then on the Wednesday we've also got the HIIT workout, and then on the Thursday it's the rest day, which is giving the muscles time to recover. Then on the Friday it's an anaerobic exercise again, and we've got skipping, split jumps and burpees, and she has to be able to complete both rounds of exercises. Just so I haven't put anything, I've only put the app target to see if it would be achievable, but obviously certain exercises she might not be able to do. So burpees, it might be best to adapt this so she only has to do 3 burpees, say, and add some more lateral bounds onto that, just so it's keeping up the exercises. Then on the Saturday it's cross trainer, and that's mainly cardio again because we've got the row at 500 meters. But she wants to be able to start at low intensity just so she's getting her muscles warmed up, and slowly increase this to moderate intensity. So she's oh, that's the wrong thing. That light jog is not meant to be there. But dynamic stretches, because she's on the cross trainer, it'd be dynamic stretches for the legs. So it would be things such as like lunges, walking lunges, or she could potentially do some as a pulse raiser as well. She could potentially do some just quick squats, jump squats, and jump lunges, some calf stretches and some hamstring stretches. So toe pointers are also good because she'll be using her calf muscles and her hamstrings a lot, and potentially maybe some of her glutes, and depending on whether she holds the bars that work the chest or more the legs. It depends how, and it's high intensity on the cross trainer, so she'll be working these muscles quite a lot. So she wants them to be able to be warmed up and ready. Week 5, we've got quite a lot of cardio, but then also quite a lot of toning again. So things like on the Friday we've got the squats again, so making sure that she's toning her legs, and on the Monday there's jumping jacks and side lunge, and there's things like skipping and split jumps, and there's also on the HIIT workout push-ups. But if you can't achieve a push-up, either get a plyo box where it helps you push up a bit better because you're raised at an angle, or do the knee push-ups just to adapt it a bit, because some people can't do the press ups. So if it is a press up and a push up,